The former presidential candidate, Jim Gavin, has indicated that he intends to pay back the €3,300 he owes to a former tenant, the Sunday World's deputy editor, Niall Donald. Speaking on a podcast, the journalist said he has some sympathy for Mr Gavin. This evening, the Fianna Fáil Parliamentary Party will gather at what's expected to be a fiery meeting at Leinster House to discuss his selection and exit from the presidential race. Taoiseach Micheál Martin has already said he would take full responsibility over what had happened.
Jim Gavin's short time as Fianna Fáil presidential candidate was ended by a historic refusal to hand back an overpayment of rent. The tenant told his story today about multiple efforts to retrieve the money.
I said, "You're not answering, you're not dealing with this. It's my money, in fairness." And eventually he sort of calmed down and said, he accepted he owed me the money. And he said, "I'm transferring it now." And the money just never arrived.
A statement from Mr Gavin's legal team said, "We've reached out to Mr Donald and explained to him that we have been instructed to make the payment of €3,300 to him, subject to clarifying two issues." From Mr Gavin's initial consideration of the podcast, it is clear there are inaccuracies. Tonight, the focus is on Leinster House, where the Fianna Fáil Parliamentary Party will review its disastrous presidential campaign. People want answers.
Everyone is extremely disappointed that we found ourselves in this situation, and us going into the celebration of Fianna Fáil 100 years next May was devastating news. We will put questions, we must get the answers.
Others appear to be more phlegmatic.
I have always seen Micheál Martin to be a consensus builder, one that's able to take responsibility when he gets it wrong, no more than any of us, and then try to build on from there.
I expect at our parliamentary party meeting tonight it will be a robust, probably heated discussion that will go on late into the night, but I am sure that coming out of that we'll have a clearer picture of exactly what happened.
One likely outcome of tonight's meeting will be changes to the rules on how presidential candidates are selected in the future.
Personally, I favour, without having discussed this with colleagues, the hustings model where candidates come forward, put their best case to all the party membership, to the parliamentary party and to councillors, and that there's a kind of an electoral process that proceeds after that.
I think the process might have been fairer to all concerned had it been dragged out and more protracted. Had there been more time for individuals to be nominated, had there been a process whereby Fianna Fáil could consider the candidates at hustings, a lot of the issues maybe that were associated with Jim might have been identified.
Tonight's parliamentary party meeting on the 5th floor of Leinster House is due to begin at 7 o'clock.
And Paul joins us now from Leinster House. Paul, those Fianna Fáil party rooms on the 5th floor have seen their share of drama over the years. Will there be fireworks tonight, or is this going to fizzle out?
I think some very strong words are going to be thrown around those parliamentary party rooms. Undoubtedly, I think the Cavan Monaghan TD, Niamh Smith, was being diplomatic when she said it's going to be robust. People are absolutely furious, are absolutely livid, and they're absolutely embarrassed at what has taken place. And that means that Micheál Martin is going to have to calm those waters. After all, Jim Gavin was his brainchild, and so the TDs, MEPs and senators, they want to know just exactly what went on. They want straight answers to straight questions, and I'd imagine there's going to be many of them. They're also going to want, as I said in the report, some changes to rules to try and ensure that this could never, ever happen again. As I understand it, Micheál Martin has been calling up some TDs and senators in advance of this meeting. Nonetheless, people want to vent, they want to express themselves, and means it could go on for 2 or even 3 hours or so. One extra thing, David, is it seems clear sense here is that there's not going to be some push or heave against Micheál Martin tonight. That said, his reputation has been damaged by this presidential election campaign, and some in the party are beginning to look into 2027 when he will hand over the position of Taoiseach to Simon Harris, and they're wondering what happens then.
OK, we shall wait and see. Paul Cunningham, thank you for that.